Hello all, I'm Guna Madhivanan from Officers IAS Academy. Friends, we are coming up with an exclusive live quiz program based on current affairs targeting 2024 prelims on a weekly basis. So every Saturday at 6 p.m. in our Officers Path channel, we will be coming up with this live quiz program. So how to participate? So for which you have to install an mobile application. So go to either App Store or the Google Play Store to download this application named Kahoot application. Download and install it. Alright. So every Saturday at 6 p.m. in the live video, I will be giving you a 7-digit PIN. So you have to enter that 7-digit PIN in your installed application. In that Kahoot application, you have to enter that 7-digit PIN. So once you enter the 7-digit number, the application will ask you to give a username. So you have to give your username. Followed by your username, please give your last 4 digits of your mobile phone number. For example, my username is Guna8990. The last 4 digits of my phone number. So like that, you can create your own username. That's all. You are ready to participate in the quiz. Or we will give you a QR code. If you are not interested in installing the application, you can scan the QR code in the web browser. You can open the web page. In that you can enter this 7-digit PIN number and you can participate in this quiz program. So once you enter the 7-digit number, the application will ask you to give a username. So you have to give your username. Followed by your username, please give your last 4 digits of your mobile phone number. For example, my username is Guna8990. The last 4 digits of my phone number. So like that, you can create your own username. That's all. You are ready to participate in the quiz. So in the live video, I will be showing you the question. The question will be followed by 4 options as usual, A, B, C, D. The 4 options will have a color code, right? So option A, red color, option B, blue color, option C, green color, option D, yellow color. So the 4 options will have 4 different color codes. So in your mobile phone, you have installed the Kahoot application, right? So the Kahoot application in your phone, in your device, it will show you 4 colored box, only 4 colored box. Only in the video which you are watching, in that live video, I will give you the question, followed by that 4 option I will be giving you. The 4 option will have a color code, right? So if you are going to choose A as the right answer, then A has red color, then in your mobile phone you will have a red colored box. You have to choose that. That's all. If the answer which you have chosen is correct, and if you have chosen that quickly, for every question we will give you 60 seconds. Assume that I am choosing A is the right answer, and I am choosing within 20 seconds, within 10 seconds. Based on how quickly I choose the question, I have to choose the correct one and I have to choose it as early as possible. So the one who is choosing at the earliest will be given more points. So if I am choosing in 20 seconds, I will be given more points. If someone is choosing at 30 seconds, then relatively lesser points, right? So this is how the quiz will work. So at the end of the program, we will show you the leaderboard. Between the questions also, I will show you the leaderboard. At the end, I will show you the final leaderboard. The one with more number of points will be given a certificate, right? The idea of the quiz program is to provide you a real-time experience of solving the questions along with that competitive environment, right? I hope this program adds more value to your preparation. So along with this, we have a daily current affairs hit list series, daily answer rating initiative. So all these initiatives will give you a competitive edge in your 2024 prelims as well as mains, right? I hope this adds more value to your preparation. So see you in the quiz. Till then, bye, take care.
Hello everybody, this is Sukumar. faculty for ethics and public administration at Officers IAS Academy. So I will be the host for today's quiz, the general quiz. And you might have already seen the material pertaining to what this quiz is about. This is to happen every Wednesday at 6 p.m. And for those of you who do well in this test, will be receiving a certificate at the end of it. So who's this meant for? This is meant just about anyone who's reasonably curious, remembers a lot from what you studied in school, someone who reads the newspapers, just a very general audience. These questions are not going to be of the UPSC standard. Although while discussing these questions, I will suggest how similar to some of these question areas UPSC questions are being set. So we'll start the quiz shortly. Let me ask my team if it's ready. Can we start or not? Great, 72 participants in the quiz. Okay, we can start the quiz. Okay, the first question is on the ozone layer. What is the main purpose of the ozone layer in the Earth's atmosphere? Okay, your timer has started. You have 47 seconds remaining. That's really fast. We've already received 70 answers. Okay, too easy for you. Okay, let's wait for everyone to complete. I think everyone's completed. No? Few more? Okay. Easy one, anyway. 10 more seconds. Okay. 78 have gotten the question correctly. Okay, you've done well in school. Good that you remember a lot from what you've done in school. So, of course, the ozone layer absorbs the UV radiations. So let me just give you an overview of, you obviously don't get such easy questions in the UPSC Civil Services exam. So to give you a sense of what kind of questions to expect, let's say from the topic ozone in UPSC. Now you might get questions on ozone depleting substances like CFC, alternatives to CFC, HCFC, HFC, then conventions, protocols, organizations responsible for controlling ozone depleting substances. Then you might get questions on whether ozone is a pollutant. If you've heard of what is photochemical smog, something pertaining to ozone as a pollutant, is a question possibility. And then you might get a question on whether ozone is a greenhouse gas. Does ozone contribute to global warming? That's again another possibility. So this is the kind of preparation, if keeping this as the root, you keep ozone as the root, and if you are able to make all these connections, threads, if you're more curious about this topic, ozone, then you might be able to do well in questions pertaining to ozone in the actual exam. And at least I think 10 or 15 times in the last 30 years, you may have gotten questions in UPSC prelims pertaining to ozone. So it's actually a very important topic. So let's move on. Let's move on to the next question. Very good. Leaderboard. We have lots in the leaderboard. Right now 983. Looking at the timing. Aravind 4850. You're right at the top. Congratulations. Then we have Mukil. Then we have Karthikeyan. Then we have Tyrion. Atish. Nice. Great. So let's go on to the next question. Okay, this pertains to the Constitution. The Constitution of India was adopted in which year? Wow, 83 answers already, 84, 85, great. I hope you're not making blind guesses. So let me also tell you whether you can make blind guesses in the actual exam. Let's get to that. Let's wait for the timer to complete. Come on, some of you are still waiting. Finish it off. Okay, time's up. Okay. The right answer is 1950. Unfortunately, we have a majority that's gotten the answer wrong, right? See, it's very significant. The date of adoption of the Constitution, 26 January 1950, and you all know what's the significance of January 26. It's when we celebrate, obviously, the Republic Day, and 1950 and not 1949. So just let's look at the leaderboard and then let's discuss this question. Now we have Karthikeyan, who's right at the top with 1963, followed by Pritika, David, Kamali, Kavi, right? Great job, guys. So Sam, special mention, he's climbed up 42 places in the list. That's fantastic. Okay, so now, do we get questions in UPSC prelims on the significance of years and dates? Are you going to be getting questions? See, the thing about UPSC is that they are not interested in your memory per se, your memory of dates, years, this day what particular thing happened. It's probably the state public service exams like TNPSC, you tend to get questions pertaining to year and dates, but not UPSC, right? So if some of you are wondering, should we be remembering so many years and dates for UPSC? Not at all. At least not for the prelims. They are not really interested in numbers, and typically if there is a number in an option for a question, that option actually tends to be wrong, right? So in a sense, UPSC really doesn't care for your memory of numbers. So that's something you need to keep in mind if you intend to prepare for this exam. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Oh wow, on the World Cup, who's the highest wicket taker in the 2023 World Cup? Come on, guys, you need to be really quick with this. I see that it's slightly slower than the previous question. Why? I'm still thinking. Okay, about to finish. Yeah, most of you gotten it right. Of course, you should be getting it right. So let's look at the leaderboard now. Now it's all about the timing. Karthikeyan, right at the very top again. Great. Kavi's moved up some places from what I can remember. Kalki is the biggest climber. Yeah, 21 places up. Great job, guys. So let's look at, do you get sports related questions in UPSC is something you might be interested in knowing. Very long ago, probably in the 90s, there were a lot of questions pertaining to sports in the UPSC prelims. But after that, they just stopped asking questions pertaining to sports in UPSC prelims. But in the year 2021 alone, it was an exception. Everyone was shocked. There were 3 questions pertaining to sports. There was one question on who got the Lauriers Award. From what I remember, there was one question on Test cricket. There was one question on Winter Olympics. All 3 questions in the same year, 2021. That's the only exception, only time you had questions pertaining to sports. So does that mean going forward, should you be preparing for sports related areas for UPSC prelims? I don't think so. Exception, once in a while. Everyone may have gotten shocked. If it was something that you had seen in the news, you remembered, you did well in that question, you need not be bothered about such, one-off questions, that come once in a while. That's what you need to be bothered about is, look, everyone around me knows it, but I don't know it. You don't want to be in that situation, right? You don't want to be, okay, among 10 lakh people, I am one of those 10 people who know it. Doesn't matter. Really doesn't matter. Okay, let's move on. Next question. What is the main component of the Earth's core? Okay, that's quick. Very quick. To all the guys who paid attention in school, yeah, are doing well right now. 99 already. Good. Okay, 60 have gotten the answer correctly. The answer is iron. Okay, so again, going back to, what kind of questions one can expect from a topic like this. See, questions have actually appeared in the past. The most dominant element in the Earth's crust, in the Earth's mantle, in the Earth's core. These have been some of the questions, but you are not expected to know the lesser elements in the core or the mantle or the crust. If you are just having some sense of what is the most dominant element, that's enough. They are not really bothered, somewhere in the list, 10th in the list, 20th in the list. Nobody cares. Top 1 or 2, that should be enough, right? So, good job, guys. So, let's look at the David. Come on, great job. Right, and 5 players have hit the streak. 3 straight correct answers. Good job, guys. So, good. Let's move to the next question. Who was the first Mughal emperor of India? Babur, Jahangir, Shah Jahan. Wow, super fast. Very fast, guys. Nice. 98 answers so far. I think for the first time we are going to have the question get the completed because everyone's basically like filled in. Will that happen? Possibly, hopefully, please. Those few people who've still not clicked. Let's see if you can help us beat the timer. Not happened. Okay, was Babur is the correct answer. How many have gotten it correctly? 88 have gotten it correctly. All those who paid attention in the history class. So again, like making this connection to UPSC. Pertaining to Mughals, for instance. Mughals you study under medieval India for this exam. So what kind of questions? Mughal architecture, Mughal literature, you know, specifics of certain Mughal paintings have been asked. Mughal administration, you know, terms pertaining to Mughal administration is again an area which has been tested in the past. So, and one more hack, okay. So for this basic thing to remember the you know, sequence, the chronology of the Mughal emperors, the big ones, not, you know, Bahadur Shah 1 or Bahadur Shah Zafar 2. We are not bothered about the lesser known emperors. If you're looking at the top, the big ones, right? You can actually remember it through a mnemonic. Okay, what's the order? It's Babur, it's Humayun, it's Akbar, then Jahangir, then Shah Jahan, then Aurangzeb, right? So if you are able to turn this into a mnemonic, right, you can come up with a mnemonic like Badshah, not Badshah. You know, instead of D, you replace it with a J. Okay, B Babur, H Humayun, A Akbar, then J Jahangir, then Shah Jahan SH, and then you have Aurangzeb, right? So what's to take away from this is, whenever you are finding it difficult to remember some names or some facts, try and remember it through a mnemonic like this, and it will stay on in your name for really long. I'm sure this Badshah you'll never forget for the rest of your life. You'll never forget it. Badshah, you'll never forget it. Okay, cool guys. Let's move on to the next question. David, again, right at the top. Great job. Mohan, again, you know, is making great progress. And this is one person who's had the highest streak, who's given the code for the test as the name. Great job, right? 21504119 is basically acing it. Okay, great job, guys. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, in which country is the headquarters of the UN located? United Nations. Switzerland, US, Sweden, Europe. Europe is an easy one, right? No? All these countries are in the Europe. Very inclusive. Would you go for that? People are answering as though it's a no-brainer. Yeah, what's there even to think? Yeah, of course, this is the right answer. 100 answers already. Are we going to beat the timer this time? Okay. Look at that number, Switzerland, right? Just because you have some of these, you know, honeymoon ideas about Switzerland, you think Switzerland is the right answer. But we have the majority that's gotten the answer right. I mean, the thing about this is like how confident, you know, like if you're looking at how many questions were answered in the shortest amount of time, I don't know what made you think Switzerland, you know, is the right answer and not the US. So anyway, so let's look at the leaderboard. Again, man, David is unbeatable. Okay. Some of these familiar names right at the top. 17 players have hit this streak. 4 out of 4. Brilliant, guys. So, are questions pertaining to headquarters important? Yes, sometimes. But UN is a very important theme. They ask you questions on conventions of the UN, some of the organizations of the UN, functions of some of these organizations. UN is a very, very, very important topic, and also in the context of you know, India's membership of, you know, some of the organs of the UN. All of this, it's a very, very important topic. Anyway, let's move on. Next question. Okay. What is the term of office for a member of the Rajya Sabha? Council of States. Okay. I didn't expect we'll get so many answers so quickly. Wow. 93. Please, guys, this time let's beat the timer. Come on, guys. Few more need to go for it. And guys, those who wait till the very last second almost always end up making mistakes, right? I mean, you're under pressure. You've just got a couple of seconds. You just panic and tend to go for the wrong answer. Just do it much earlier. Okay, wow. Great, guys. 64 have gotten the answer correctly. The answer is 6 years. So, see, Rajya Sabha, is the topic of Rajya Sabha is something that you would study under Indian polity for the civil services exam. Of course, constitution is something that you should know about irrespective of whether you are giving the exam or not. As a good citizen, you should know about the basics of our constitution. And so Rajya Sabha is a very important topic in the context of Rajya Sabha. Possible questions in UPSC, comparing the powers of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, what are the differences when it comes to passing the different bills, what are some of the special powers which the Rajya Sabha has, which the Lok Sabha does not have, so on and so forth. And generally this Indian polity is one of the most important areas because if you do your work properly, if you just study from a standard reference book like Polity Simplified or whatever it may be, you get the basics done, highest likelihood that you are able to get, let's say, 12 out of 12 questions or 15 out of 15 questions correctly. The chances of you getting bouncers in polity is very limited. The chances of getting questions which are extremely difficult is very low. So it's low hanging fruit, polity. I think if there is one subject that you need to prioritize as the most important subject when it comes to prelims, it's polity, hands down. Anyway, let's move on to the leaderboard. David is indisplaceable, right? Okay, and again, our man with the pin is right at the top, second. And 3 players lost their answer stick of 6. Tough luck, guys, but no problem. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, who signs the 1 rupee note in India? Finance Secretary, RBI Governor, President, Prime Minister. Wow, 98, 99. I know some of you are going like, obviously I know what's the correct answer. I'm looking at the rupee note. I want to make a lot of money. I'm looking at checking out notes all the time. Of course, I know what the right answer is. That's the kind of confidence is. 107. Great, guys. Are we going to beat the timer? Some are still waiting for the very last second. If there is time, why not take that time? See, again, if you look at UPSC, just because there are 6 attempts, should you wait until your 6th attempt to clear the exam? Right? There's something called the Parkinson's law. If there is a lot of time for you to do something, you'll actually end up taking the time to do that. If you have 10 years to do something, you'll actually, yeah, I'll take 10 years. So what? Right? It's very irrational behavior, guys. So let's look at the answers. Of course, I knew that the most popular answer is the wrong answer. The correct answer is the Finance Secretary, the only exception. It's the only note that's not signed by the RBI Governor. Anyway, I just knew it, looking at the confidence with which the first lot of answers came in, clearly I expected that you were going to do it wrong. So anyway, let's look at the scoreboard, guys. David has messed it up this time. Sorry, David. But the pin man has gone up. 215049. Great job. Wants to be anonymous. Doesn't want to know. Right? Lahari 9244. Just hit answer stick 6. Great job. Okay. Sorry, David. Better luck next time. Okay, let's move on to the next question, guys. Which country is not a permanent member of the UN Security Council? I told you, UN very important. China, India, UK, Russia. Again, wow, quite fast, guys. Eight, 99, 100. So what's my sense? Will the most popular answer be the correct answer or wrong answer? I have a feeling it will be the correct answer. Two more seconds to go. Yes, great job, guys. The most popular answer is the right answer. It's India. Now, see, again, making a link to UPSC. Of course, this is something that might also be tested in the main examination. India's permanent membership in the United Nations Security Council, and how this arrangement is so unfair that India does not have a permanent seat. And similar in a similar vein, I think you should also be aware of a few other countries that want a permanent membership in the United Nations Security Council. It's called the G4 countries. Please read up about the G4 countries, what these countries are, and why they deserve a seat in the permanent, in the permanent membership in the UN Security Council. And also, I think you need to have a good sense of what difference does it make if you're a permanent member versus being a non-permanent member. What difference does it make to a country to be a permanent member? So, great job, guys. Next question. But before that, let's look at the scoreboard. Mr. Anonymous is still right at the top. David is still holding his place. Kyle has the highest answer streak of 9. Great job, Kyle. Good. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, how many number of languages are there in a 20 rupees note in India? All these experts who knew, who kept, who did these. Anyway, let's do it, guys. Are you wondering whether it's an even number, odd number? What are the chances? Prime number, composite number? What can it be? See, fairly fast, guys. How many of you have really counted that so confidently you're clicking the answer? I mean, if you ask me, I don't know. I don't know how many languages are there and how many different languages the. Uh, let's go. Most of you going for favorite color of the lot? Is that your rationale? Let's see. Wow. I mean, I didn't expect you guys to get this answer correctly, honestly. The correct answer is 17, and the majority have gone for the wrong answer of 22. For whatever reason, I think it says something about people. Why 22 more attractive? I don't know. I don't see, or probably your age is 22. You're doing it. I don't know why. Anyway, so let's look at the leaderboard. Again, Mr. Anonymous is holding the place, and 4 have hit a streak of 4. Okay, new names coming up. Lahari, Sankari. David is slightly going low now. Anyway, a few more questions. Let's move on. What is ChatGPT? This I'm really curious. Chat GPT. And for chatting. Social media platform. Is it? Sure, some of you are wondering, why am I not on the social media app? Instagram, I'm on. Snapchat, on whatever, but ChatGPT, we should try it. There's some people who are thinking. We'll know if that's what you're thinking. 5 more seconds. Okay, great job, guys. Nice. Those 7 people. Virtual reality enabled communication platform. Okay. Uh, some have gone for cryptocurrency trading platform. Social media platform, 0. Wow. Impressive, guys. So nice. Let's look at the leaderboard. Lahari is moved to the top. Mr. Anonymous is second. Rest are holding their positions reasonably well. See, ChatGPT, irrespective of whether it's important for UPSC or not, you need to have tried this application, right? You don't need to get the paid version, just try the free version, just try it out. Ask questions, see what kind of answers you're getting. But this is it's in a large way going to define what our future is going to be like. The application of ChatGPT is just so incredible. There are a lot of risks involved. There are a lot of ethical concerns around artificial intelligence. But I think you really should try firsthand in terms of what you're able to do, in terms of your learning. If you're in college, can you use it in some way for your college? Please don't use ChatGPT to plagiarize your answer writing assignments. Please don't do that. So, yeah, that's about it. Let's move on to the next question. To uphold and protect the integrity, unity, and integrity, sovereignty, unity, and integrity of India is a provision made in the preamble, social media platform, fundamental rights, fundamental duties. With social media platform. Preamble of fundamental duties. Uphold it, right? Preamble. Preamble is something, if you are from NCRT, in front of, the very first page in your NCRT would carry this preamble. You've seen these words there: sovereignty, unity, integrity. 14 more seconds. We'll find out how well you've done. Civics. Constitution used to be covered in civics, from what I remember in school. Great job. Actually, not. Only 20 have gotten the answer correctly. 74 have gotten it wrong. Preamble. Sorry, guys. See, UPSC is very, very interested in tricking the aspirants into choosing the wrong option. So rather than looking at UPSC prelims as a test of your knowledge, if you are able to approach the exam in a way, look, this commission is trying to fool me. How do I not get fooled? How do I avoid these traps? If you think about the exam with this kind of a mentality, you will actually do far, far better in this, right? So whenever there is something that's really tempting you, okay, you don't know, you don't know the answer for sure, but if there is something in the option that's tempting you to go for it, it will most likely be the wrong answer, right? So hence proved, looking at the results this time, looking at the majority getting it wrong. Now Shankari has moved to the very top and Mr. Anonymous has come down. 4 players lost their answer streak of 3. David is not giving up. Great job, David. Staying at it. Anyway, let's move to the next question. Let's go. An air bubble in water will act like a convex mirror, convex lens, concave mirror, concave lens. Oh, okay. People are still thinking it's a tough one, guys. For your information, this is a real UPSC question. Just one. One in this lot. This is the only real UPSC question in this entire. Okay. Let's see how this one. Time's up. Wow, it's like a, like all these slabs are really equal. Like the answers are so well distributed, across the entire thing. If it's like 100 people, 25, 25, 25, 25. That's how well distributed, this, the most unusual of all the questions we've seen so far. Anyway, the answer is concave lens, which only 29 have gotten correctly. See, again, UPSC always wants to trick, okay? Psychologically, the first time you see this question, what comes to your mind? The image that comes to your mind is actually a soap bubble. You blow it and it goes up, these soap bubbles. That may have come to the mind of a lot of you here. That's how UPSC tries to trick the aspirant into choosing the wrong option. So what would you think? Okay, you know what a convex lens looks like. School, you would have studied in your physics, it looks like this. Okay, bubble in the air, so bubble in the air. Yeah, looks like a ball, so it should be a convex lens. That's where you get it wrong. This is about an air bubble in water and not a soap bubble in the air. Now, if you turn things around, water and air versus air and water, it totally changes the dimension. The correct answer here is concave lens. So kudos to the guys who've gotten it correctly. I hope it wasn't a guess. Darshini. Darshini has suddenly zoomed off to the top. The physics expert. Great job. Shankari is still holding the fort. Okay. Somewhere at the top. David is still the race. Good. Let's move on to the next question. India is regarded as a country with demographic dividend. This is due to its high population in the age group below 15 years, its high population in the age group of 15 to 64 years, C, high population in the age group above 65 years, its high total population. More population, more dividend. Yes or no? Let's see. We just have one more question and we'll finish the quiz. This also, if I'm not wrong, is a previous year UPSC question. I think it is. So I'm curious what kind of results we're going to get. If you're getting it wrong, don't feel disheartened. Oh, like you actually lost the UPSC race. It's completely inconsequential whether you do well or you don't do well. But anyway, I'm curious to look at. Fantastic, guys. 78 of you have gotten the right answer. The high population in the age group of 15 to 64. See, demographic dividend is the biggest thing that's going to shape India's future in the next 20 years, right? What we call the youth bulge, the highest percentage of our population in the working age group. Very low, the dependency will get a lot lower and people will be able to utilize their productive capacities to the fullest to contribute to the GDP of the country. Great job, guys. And if we do not utilize this demographic dividend, it will turn into a demographic disaster. Okay, so let's look at the leaderboard. Wow, Sampa 7619. Amazing. Didn't see you coming to the top. Fantastic. And Sampa, again, you've hit a streak. 4 questions straight. Then we have Darshini, Shankari, Bharat, David. Great job, guys. Next is the last one, the decider, the ultimate. Let's go for it. In what context have you heard of ONDC? Okay, natural gas exploration, digital commerce, fast charging in electric vehicles, national digital currency, ONDC. Slightly difficult. Last one. Go for it, guys. Okay. 6 more seconds. Don't hesitate. Go for it. Okay, guys. Exam is over. And we have the majority that's gotten the answer correct. 49 have gotten the answer correctly. ONDC. This particular question, I framed this question. Again, this is how UPSC tends to think. You know, all the years, you've heard of ONGC, right? So for a second, you wonder whether it's ONGC or ONDC. Yeah, should be ONGC. Yeah, oil and natural gas exploration, and you go for it. You know, this is, and interestingly, yeah, oil, natural gas exploration is the second most popular answer. 25 have gone for natural gas exploration. I'm sure keeping in mind ONGC. Right, so this is again how UPSC tries to trick you. So if you are aware of certain techniques, if you are aware of how to avoid some of these traps, you'll be able to get your answer correctly, right? So awaiting the results, the final leaderboard on the podium. Shankari, amazing job, Shankari. Oh wait, that's third. Sorry, like okay. Sampa 7619, the winner of the quiz. Great job, Darshini, and also Shankari. I'm sorry, Shankari, for a second putting you at podium 1. It's like that big faux pas that happened, you know, this announcement of, I think, Miss Universe or whatever, you know, the wrong name was announced as the first. I hope you don't feel as bad as that particular contestant felt during the announcement. Great job, guys. And those who are in top 5, to get the certificate, you need to send your details on WhatsApp to the number that's already been given to you. When you've seen the intro video, I'm sure the number was given to you, or if I should read out the number again, I can do that. Bernard, can you help me with the number? Okay, 5th place Bhavya, 4th place Bharat. Yeah, Bharat 72797. So Sampa, Darshini, Sankari, Bharat, and Bhavya. Okay. Okay. So the number will be displayed to you. The number to which you should be sending your details on WhatsApp to get the certificate. Hope you enjoyed taking this quiz. So keep coming back for more. I personally really enjoyed hosting today's quiz. Most difficult was demographic dividend from looking at the data I'm getting on the screen right now. Anyways, great job, guys. It was nice hosting this quiz. See you again the next time, next Wednesday. See you all very soon.